Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe's Classic Video Games, back with another cool video for you this evening. We have received a present in the mail. So we were contacted by Mr. Kelly here, and he said that he was going to send us a present. So we had him ship it to me here at our store. And it just got in. What do you think it could possibly be? Maybe it's a joystick. What do you think? Maybe it's a monitor. We can always use monitors and stuff. I don't know if I should open it before Christmas. It's not quite Christmas yet. Should I wait and open it at Christmas, or should I open it early? I think maybe we'll go ahead and open it. Let's see what he sent us. Okay, so I cut it open. I haven't looked inside yet. I have to do the obligatory fragile. Must be Italian. There's a little letter here. Let's see what this says off camera. Okay, here we go. All right. So I have more cutting to do. Alright, I cut off some more of the tape. I've got a pretty good idea what this is going to be now. This is probably going to be a power supply of some sort for a pinball machine. I mean, I've been doing this for a while. I can just tell really by the shape of the package. Let's see here. Ah, very cool. Alvin G and Company. The name for originality and quality, AG Football. And it still has, it's kind of hard to film that probably. Yeah, see that? It still has the protective coating on it because it's NOS, new old stock. That's pretty cool. Well, thank you, Kelly. If you're watching this, we really appreciate it. The Alvin G and Company was the gentleman that owned Gottlieb, or was the son or something like that. He was of their family. And so after Premier bought out Gottlieb, he eventually started his own pinball company again. I wonder what this one was. AG Football. We're going to have to do some Googling. But first of all, look at this. You got to see this. This is Dragnet. I'm just showing this because it's his work address, so I don't think. Surely to God, you people won't harass somebody at work when they're actually a detective, right? But, yeah, looking at the thing, I was like, uh-oh. The detectives are after me. I wonder what happened. But then he included this nice letter. I figure I'll read it. There's nothing personal in it, so he probably won't mind if we read it. It says, Ron and Lions Arcade family, I hope this package finds you well. Just wanted to say thank you for your time and all the work you do to share this hobby. Vintage arcade games are my stress relief. Hunting them, acquiring, and fixing them is a rare joy only a few understand. Ain't that the truth, Kelly? I hope you have a place on your wall for this weird marquee. Have a great holiday and New Year. Well, I do have a place for it, Kelly. Let's see where we can put it up here in a minute. But before that, let's see, let's look this thing up and see what this was. AG Football. All right, so if you're unaware, you can go on ipdb.org, which is the Internet Pinball Database.org, where they have attempted to put a description and photos and a little info about every pinball machine ever made, right? So I have found the listing for AG Football by Alvin G and Company, which only was in business from 91 to 94. And it says, this is a head-to-head game where two players at opposite ends of the playfield compete in simultaneous play. Each player has flipper buttons which control only those flippers facing the opponent. The game has patented switch flippers. Each flipper has a wire-formed switch attached to it which closes when the ball hits the flipper. Wire-formed switch closes when the ball hits the flipper. Oh, okay, so there's a switch on the actual flipper. The Switch performs different functions for single-player versus head-to-head games. During head-to-head games, the switches are used to instruct the designated scoring system to award all playfield scoring to the player whose flipper last touched the ball. Wow, that's pretty crazy. During single-player games, the switches are made active only on the opponent's flippers. During single-player games, the switches are made active only on the opponent's flippers, and a ball striking those flippers causes them to energize and auto-flip the ball back towards the player. Wow! Very interesting. Designed by Jerry Armstrong and Michael Gottlieb. Notes: AG Football is the 1992 export version of the 1991 USA game AG Soccer Ball. Its playfield and cabinet depict the game of European football, also called football, but known in the USA as soccer. This two-player export flipper game is not to be confused by name with the one-player 92 flipperless redemption game USA Football from the same manufacturer, and which uses the same unique head-to-head cabinet style, but which has a very different playfield layout and an American football theme on its playfield and cabinet. The flyer shown here is printed with the correct export name of AG Football, but inexplicably shows a game with cabinet and playfield aprons having soccer ball on them, blah, blah, blah. So this is the actual game that this went on. Whoop. If I can get my zoom working. Okay, so I will never get one of these, unfortunately, but so there's the flippers with switches on them somehow. Okay. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, I can see how it's head to head. Looks pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of didn't they do a joust one like that? Williams may have done. Here's the playfield from the side. It's got drop targets here, drop targets here. Okay. Playfield blue person, blue player, it says. Somebody's put a little, or I guess they added that, just a little thing sitting there. Here's the side of the cabinet. Now this part's interesting. So if you look on the side of the cabinet, there are these little brackets here. Okay. AG Football. And you can see that that artwork there is the same as the artwork on this marquee. All right, so this was a copy of this game, AG Soccer Ball, which is all the same except it just says Soccer Ball because it was made for America. So it's the same exact game, but the name is just different because in America, football means something different than it does in the rest of the world. So, they didn't have a picture on the other one, but if you look at this one, see on those little brackets on the side, it supports basically risers, and there is a sign up there. And on this particular one, it says, well, that's not working too good, is it? Let's see if I can do this. Open image, a new tab. Let's bring it to us, shall we? Let's bring it to us. Okay, so the one there showing says AG Soccer Ball. Okay, so this sign probably is pretty obscure because the whoa, I'm reset on everything. Because on all the pictures that they're showing of AG Football, they don't have the little marquee thing on it. So that's pretty cool, and it's never used. So I think he said that he ended up with a few of them, so he got them out of a warehouse somewhere. He's out warehouse crawling. I hope he didn't have to confiscate it as a detective. I hope that everything was on the up and up. There was a guy in here earlier, you know, the old people used to people used to accuse everybody in the coin-op business of being in the mob or associated with the mob. Some may have been. I don't know. I would not know anything about that. That was way before my time. But there was a guy in here earlier that was talking about that. He said that he used to work for a guy, and the guy made all kinds of money, and he thinks that the guy was involved with the mob. So, okay. So, Kelly, just disregard that part I was just talking about. The last 30 seconds of me running my mouth, just forget happened. But, yeah, hopefully he got a bunch more cool stuff out of the warehouse, Ray. All right, Kelly, let's find a place to hang it on the wall. All right, so we have put it on the wall. Eventually we're going to put marquees all the way down the top of this wall. So whenever I get a little farther, I'll put it over on the red so you'll be able to see it a little better. But for right now, it's the only place we had the little mounts up. But very cool. Thank you, Kelly. We appreciate it. Now, people have asked us a lot. They've said, do you, we've been working on this Warlords. Point the camera at that. I guess people would rather see a game than see the floor. People have asked us a lot if we have a Patreon account or if we have a I don't know what the other ones are, but we don't do any of that stuff. We do run ads on our videos, but we're not really trying to get people to donate money to us or anything like that, or to do Patreon. There's nothing wrong with that, but you know, we're actually running a business here, and the business is profitable. We're making money repairing the games and selling the games, so we don't need people to donate money to us or anything like that. However, with that said, if you have anything like that you want to donate to us, like a part or we've had people send us manuals before. We had one guy bring us an entire, I think I did a video on it, brought us an entire stack of arcade manuals because he figured that you know, we'd use them or get them to somebody that needs it for their game or whatever. So if you got anything like that, if you got parts, maybe you worked on a game and you ended up with a broken board or monitor board or a, you know, a marquee like that or a manual or whatever, feel free to send them to us. You can get our address off our website, and I don't know that we'll do a video on everything we get in, but we'll put it to good use. We'll put it in a game or use it for art or something. No broken Operation Wolf boards, though. We can't fix those. We've tried. We've tried. That's the one game I've never been able to fix, Operation Wolf. Maybe I'll get another broke one, though, and try it. Maybe my powers have increased. Something to think about. But yeah, if you got any parts or anything that you, especially if you're going to throw them away. If you're going to throw them away, definitely send them to us. We'll use them on something. But if you've got anything like that you want to send our way, feel free to. Like I said, we don't want to ask people for money or anything like that, because it goes against the spirit of running a business, in my opinion. But parts and things like that, gifts, nothing wrong with that, right? So thank you again, Kelly. We appreciate it. We'll keep that up on the wall. And like I said, we'll move it over to the red part whenever we get a few more of them hung up, so that we can people will be able to see it a little better. But we appreciate you thinking of us, and thank you for everybody tuning in. Leave your comments down below, and we will see you on the next video.